All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Tennessee Titans. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing to start the drive. Riley. He's got him in. Complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 25 yards that time.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw. Riley. Giving this out to the flat. Mostert. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert to the 36-yard line. Stop there. You talk about this Titan defense. They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. Brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Looking to throw. Riley. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They had a good chance to get the first points of the game on the board, but what a great job defensively, getting a hand in there, knocking it away, and preventing that first touchdown.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. This is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Allen Robinson His third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Picking up where they left off before the open week that they had last week as they won going into that. And no signs of being stale.
No, and that's really big for them because there's a trust factor that goes into this. Because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you usually get more time off. But if you win the game before the open week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. So they're making a statement that they like that time off.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Shrugs him off. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Here's third down and 4.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Mayfield to throw it. Airing this one out for Evans. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Now on fourth down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 23. Nearly a huge return as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Off play action. Riley. This one caught downfield by Higgins. It's a big play there for Miami. 44 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal.
Completion was given up, and that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Dolphins lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
You throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down 2nd and right at a yard. This defense for the Dolphins very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A first down throw from Mayfield. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
On the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. Inside the 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick-6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the field.
Buying time to his left. And Mayfield will have a first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator. You see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
First down, Mayfield. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Albert Okwuegbunam, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. You talk about this Titan defense. They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 57 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 28-0.
Titans nothing.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
A gain of 24 yards.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The son Reddick make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It's now 3rd down.
Regular.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not many goals just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been...
And how about this, a fake? And this is caught, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. They run out of the gun with Swift. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Mayfield on play action. That's complete. It's Josh Riley. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Swift going to try up the middle to the 27-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Fair to say, it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
For the Titans field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So the 3 points there in CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They give him a gain of 37.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the market.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play that time on a catch and run. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
To throw on second down. Riley flushed out right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Go! From the gun on third down. Riley. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Alberto there to make the grab. And the Dolphins continue to pull away here in this first half.
Are you kidding me?
Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around, they're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
We'll see a return here from the end zone.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end
Time,
with a
time. Let's
kick.
go, boys. Let's go.
Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other, because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
He's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now Mayfield.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Here comes third and about a foot. They'll try and run here with Swift. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
22-yard line.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Mayfield now. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Mike Vrabel saw him on the sideline. He didn't even hesitate. They will go for it on 4th.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! What's up?
Mayfield looks to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
Regular! What's up?
To throw, Mayfield. Forced out to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted for the... Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. Now this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been in a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
Throwing to start the drive. Riley. Out route to Hill, complete. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 3.
Back to throw. Riley. He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Titans 3.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the 2nd half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
Hey, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Real. Hey, alert 33. Done.
On third down, Mayfield. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on fourth down? They'll go for it. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the gun on third down, Riley able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Dolphins are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Operating from the gun, Riley. Touchdown, Dolphins. Albert Okuegbunam, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins extend their lead yet again. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
He finds his man complete. That's Phillips.
Let's go.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line.
Point it right. Done.
Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field, going all the way back.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Hyatt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Jason Sanders to kick off for
Now
Miami.
after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much. Officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of...
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd down and 9. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Looking to throw. Riley. That's to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A 3rd down gain of 19. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to have it here at their own 15.
The 1st down pass. Intercepted.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Off of play action, it's McSorley. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Escaping the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And a real head scratcher there. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
On second down, Mostert.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd down. Riley. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Sanders' kick is good.
So the starting field position was terrific following a surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is McSorley. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Now McSorley. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Raheem Mostert, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
We're facing a big 4th quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Marcus May with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive. Riley. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up second down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready?
Looking to throw on second down. Riley getting this out to the flat. Mostert. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back to throw. Riley. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete. It's Okurobunan. Touchdown! Alberto with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to get in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get it down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on 17-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
That's good for a Tennessee Titan.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Out of the shotgun, McSorley. The Dolphins get there this time and they bring him down. Michael Pierce in all of his 340-pound glory gets the sack. And this offense on 3rd down today, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's McSorley to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 41. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Miami.
Looking to throw. Riley escapes the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Danico Autry. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
To throw on 2nd down. Riley. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
A 2-yard gain. It's
On fourth down, here's McSorley. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Jason Sanders to kick
Now
off
after the
one.
touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
McSorley sets to pass. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, lines up incomplete.
3rd down, they're going to throw for it with McSorley. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
That's good for a
They go
Tennessee
play action now with McSorley. Steps away to his left. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by James Bradbury.
Down the right sideline.
And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Mostert is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
79.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
How about teamwork? Play here. Play. Let's make something happen.
No.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.